That'll help a lot. Nope, I
Shouldn't
already
you
did
do
it.
it like?
Nope, that's just strictly.
Now we're just.
That's strictly for audio syncing purposes
Absolutely.
only.
Well, we don't have to talk about how we've been slacking a little bit. You know.
Is this my water?
Yeah, that's yours. I haven't.
Oh, we're rolling.
We're
Yeah,
rolling.
we're on.
Logan, I don't know if that's mine or not. Yeah, the water. Heck yeah. Sweet.
A little ASMR, huh?
This is my second.
I just started dripping water all over myself.
This is my second odd water consumption today.
Oh, what was the first?
Well, you know about it. You called me earlier, and there was a bottle of water next to me, and I started drinking it, and it was the most disgusting water I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh yeah, the thick one.
It was like so thick and like tasted like chemicals.
Water?
Water, like like this. This was next to the nightstand, just
Buddy,
like
you were
this.
drinking cum.
Well, no, cause like,
Buddy, you were drinking cum.
well, no, like it was like this, like it was open, but there was like still a full thing in it, and I took a big gulp, and I was like,
Not a sip, a gulp.
this doesn't taste right. So I take another one. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not
You're not
stupid.
feeling it.
I'm not stupid. This tastes like ass. And then I take 1/3 one just to make sure I'm not
to
fucking
double
going
check.
crazy.
Triple check.
And it was ass. And I gave it to Sophia. I'm like, try this. She's like, what the fuck? And then she spit it out.
There's a bee. There's a bee.
But yeah, no, that was my first one. And this one, I bit my tongue, and I put mouth numbing stuff on my tongue, and so, God, what's this guy doing?
Dude, I don't know, but he's. Where is he?
Logan's
is
back.
There's like 4.
He's getting attacked, bro.
Is he still around me? Is he still around me?
I feel like he's in my hat.
No, I feel like he's in mine. Is he cool? Is he in me?
I mean,
Is he in me?
no, he's not in you.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back to the 5th episode of Addicted. I had COVID last week. Just got over that shit. That's why we didn't post last week.
Yeah, remember last episode where we started off saying we don't feel so hot?
Yeah, I had COVID.
Yeah.
You probably got it from me.
Maybe. No, we got it from the football game the weekend before.
Well, it's
Probably.
weird because everyone that went there got sick as fuck, like all the exact same symptoms.
Yeah, all
but
of us
everybody
did.
tested negative except you. You tested positive 4 times in a row, so you
Yeah.
you definitely had
Definitely had COVID. But yeah, when we were recording that last episode, like Jackson and I were like checking our temperatures after the episode. I had 102. He had 102. We were like, bro, we're fucked. Like, it's not gonna be good. And we had work the next morning, and we just started our job. And we're like, bro, like we don't want to fucking call off right now.
We were like contemplating coming in. We're like,
should we just
go
go in? And,
I want to come in, just not mention it, but at the same time, I don't want to get people sick.
Yeah, and then we woke up the next morning. I actually texted Jackson that night at like 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep because I was getting hot and cold flashes all night. And I'm like, bro, can you sleep? He's like, nope. I'm like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We wake up the next morning. I call Jackson. I'm like, should we go into work? And he's like, dude, I can't fucking move. And I'm like, I can't fucking move. So
What symptoms did you guys have?
I had like cold flashes all day long at work that day. And while we were recording the podcast, I was like freezing cold. I had a really bad headache. My throat kind of started hurting. And then the next day, dude, I couldn't fucking get out of my bed. It was so bad.
Because I got tested at like Avita, like, you know, like
The rapid test?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
and I had to make an appointment, and it asked me what all my symptoms were, and I checked off every COVID-19 symptom except for 3.
Yep.
1, I can still smell and taste, and I could then too. 2, I could breathe fine, and 3, I
You
didn't.
didn't have any sexual drive? That was the third symptom that
No,
you...
I think
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe
That
you
wasn't-
just have a problem that you.
that didn't pop up
No,
on
I
mine.
didn't have that problem at all.
Oh.
I just said maybe for you.
Oh
Did you?
no,
That wasn't on.
I was like, James, maybe that's a different problem.
No, I had about every symptom, a different one every day.
I lost my taste and smell like 3 days into it though, and I still can't taste or smell anything.
Yeah,
which
you got
sucks.
fucked.
I know it's bad,
I
but
still can't smell them. I had COVID like 2 months ago. So.
yeah, I guess some people can get it back in like a week or 2, and some people don't get it back like for months. It's terrible. So James is one of those.
And
guys.
like, if you lose it, a lot of people have spoken out and said when they do get it back, everything tastes like rotten flesh.
Oh.
And
Not
so
looking
like
forward to
yeah.
that.
So hopefully you don't have that.
What do you
I'm
think
gonna call
it is?
cap on that one.
I don't know. Like,
I mean,
You guys can't taste food right now?
I
No,
can taste.
nothing.
I just can't.
I can.
Can't smell.
He can't.
I can't taste dick. Nothing. Like the only thing. I guess I should.
I'm glad on that one, buddy.
I literally like the only thing that I could smell was campfire smoke.
I just spit all over my microphone.
Yeah, I was drinking earlier to just start dripping down.
You
my
know,
shirt.
but having no smell, sometimes it's for the better.
Oh, for sure. Like I
Like-
walked in my house earlier today, and my sister's like, "It smells terrible in here. It smells like broccoli." I'm like, "I can't smell anything."
I'll tell
It
you.
smells like broccoli.
Yeah. I was like,
Other day,
"Fuck."
other
Yeah.
day, I ran over a raccoon and didn't smell anything. So
Yeah.
its guts were everywhere. But
Oh, nice. Nice.
then at work, you got people farting and stuff,
Right.
and they're like, "Wagner, I just let out a ripper for you."
It's terrible when you hit like an
Nah.
animal or you like run over a already dead animal, and the smell like stays on your fucking car and your tires for like weeks. It's terrible.
I think the worst is when you pass a fucking sewage plant.
A sewage plant? Oh yes, like
You-
the one that's up there.
Yes.
So bad.
You know what I'm talking about?
It smells like straight
Cook?
like shit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad.
When I was young, my parents always told me that's where they train dolphins. And I believed them.
What?
I believed them for like fucking 14 years.
How do you make that connection? You actually believe dolphins are here in Mansfield, Ohio?
I thought they were training them
Bruh.
there.
Yeah, that's. Oh, they used the special food that smells like shit to train the dolphins right there.
I never got a chance to get close enough to smell the shit.
Well, we want to do so much, like, we want to do so much stuff, like travel and see different places than where we are now, because everywhere that you go in like a 3-hour radius around here looks exactly the fucking same. James was, just got back from tech school a couple of months ago. And what part of the country were you in?
For Texas,
Texas. So what is the culture?
right by the
in-
border, baby.
Oh yeah. What's the culture in Texas like compared to Ohio?
Well, I'll tell you. Honestly, I was basically in prison for about 6 months, so it's not like I got to experience any side
I got you.
outside of the base. So I guess I can't really give you a definite answer on that one.
Well,
buddy.
for sure, I bet the weather was hot. As
Yeah,
the
well,
time.
But I was in there in the winter, and it snowed one time, and there was people, because you have people from all walks of life, and they've never seen snow before,
Right.
so they were making snowballs and stuff, and I was teaching them how to do it.
Yeah,
'cause-
that was like the first snow in Texas.
yeah,
Yeah.
we were trapped in our dorms for about a week, and we had to eat MREs, and we didn't have any electricity. We couldn't charge our phones. We tried like.
You guys smell that too?
No, I don't smell it. I saw. No, but
maybe I'm the only one.
But what we
Never
tried to do is we ran the shower water to try to warm up our dorms because we were so cold
like
in
to
there.
get the steam and shit like out in the room.
But-
Wow.
Then after that, we got a text and like our remind not to do that anymore. So
Making the water.
like we were
boil.
putting towels under the doors and the windows. So like, man, it was rough. I remember I was just like putting on layers of clothes just to
Right.
fall asleep.
I mean, it's honestly on them because if they don't want their water bill to be so high, fucking fix the heat. Fucking get heat just in case. I mean, I guess they didn't really need it for, ever in history. Like every once in a blue moon, it snows. Has it ever really snowed in Texas before? Like, does anyone
Well, I
know?
think when they said it, they were like, "This is the first like big snow in like 20 years or something." But they don't have salt trucks or anything down
No,
there, so
they're-
it's like everything's just closed.
Yeah, and the drains, I'm sure all that. Wasn't there a big problem with like the draining system and stuff too?
Mm-hmm. So like a couple weeks after that, there was like in the dorms outside of it, there was like a bunch of shit piled up and stuff.
Yeah, I
it was
bet.
nasty.
It says Texas was experienced snow in all counties for the first time in 126 years.
So
Bro, that just kind
scratch
of that kind of makes you think like what caused that shit? Global warming.
The
for
one
sure.
time you went down there,
Yeah, but it
for
was nice
training.
though. We got a week off
Yeah,
training.
right.
I mean, besides freezing your ass off, but
Nobody was ready for that shit. Nobody. I saw videos that were going viral on TikTok around that time of people like snowboarding down hills and like crazy stuff that like they never could have done, or like ripping cars down hills and sliding into shit, and then the drains were really bad when everything melted. Logan's like
I just want to ask a question. What's the craziest thing that happened at tech school?
well, before I get into that, I'm gonna give like a story on why that snowstorm sucked so much. So we went to like the cafeteria to eat, right? And we had like all these foreign workers working there and stuff. And the craziest thing is they've never seen snow before. So when the snow hits, are they coming to work? No.
not a chance.
So who's not getting fed? Us. So yeah, it was rough. Like we were running out of MREs and stuff. We were eating those for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I don't know if you guys have ever had that, but it's not the greatest
Looks
thing.
like my father just arrived home in Clifford, the big red truck.
Clifford the bigger truck. But continue.
But yeah, I mean, it was rough eating those like 3 times a week for a week. I mean, but people do it all the time. But when you're so used to getting that hot meal,
Yeah.
and then
Probably
just
like not the same.
But craziest story in tech school. I'd have to. I'm not going to say any names for purposes, but so there's this kid, and he.
Keep it confidential.
Bro.
Jesus.
But continue.
Anyways, so there was this kid, and I think he was like right outside Los Angeles. That's like where he grew up. And I wasn't like really cool with this kid, but like I talked to him sometimes. And he was going to get stationed in Japan, and like it was a really shitty base in Japan where it snows like Canada.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the good part of Japan down by Tokyo. But so he got his station. He was like, man, this sucks. It's going to be so much different from California and all this stuff. And so he's like, I'm getting out. Like, I'm getting out of the Air Force. I'm like, okay. Well, I thought he was just joking. So I was walking back, and I saw him pass me, and I was like, what are you doing, bro? And he's like, oh, I'm on my way to medical. I'm going to go tell him I'm suicidal.
Just
So, yeah. So he went and told him that he was suicidal, and they basically kicked him out. Which the irony of the story is that he put in for a transfer of his base, and it went through to 30 minutes outside of his hometown. But because he already said he was suicidal, they had to kick him out.
That is rough.
Yeah.
Fate
So-
loves irony, like honest to God. Like that's so funny.
I felt bad for him too, man, because he had to sit there for like 2 months in the same dorms, not
Right.
doing anything.
He was just
because-
trying to get out. And I mean, he went to the most extreme possible, like the most extreme way to get out, and it still didn't work out for him. Poor guy.
Yeah, but I mean,
are you bonded? Like once you join, like you literally don't have the option to leave unless.
no, I mean, there's definitely ways around it. It's just as if it's worth it. I mean,
Right.
if you just want to get out, you're going to have a you're going to have a dishonorable discharge, and that's going to go with you everywhere you go for
Absolutely.
jobs and stuff. That's not going to look good. So,
So basically, yeah. Do you sign like a contract?
yeah, I mean, you sign a contract when you first swear in. But the crazy thing going on right now is with the vaccines, a lot of people are trying to use that as a way to get out because they don't want to take the vaccine.
Yep.
And
So is it confirmed that you do get dishonorably discharged if you refuse to get a vaccine?
I'm not really sure how it works right now. They're saying they're not taking any like medical exemptions. I think it would be a dishonorable discharge.
Wow.
Because how I look at it is when you go to basic, you get a bunch of shots. You don't know what these shots are. You literally just walk through a line. They just stick you like this in both arms, and you walk forward. They do it again. It's crazy. So you sign this contract that you're fit to fight for the war, and I understand that people disagree with the vaccine and all that stuff. I mean, I don't want to get it, but I feel like it's my duty. If I'm going to be fit to fight, then I should.
Yep.
So that's how I look at it. But
And we all respect and honor that you chose to serve your country, and every day we'll
I'll have to say that, man.
well, it's true, I feel like a lot of people that are in that kind of those shoes don't get enough recognition or appreciation. So
No, there's other people that we should be thanking more than what I do, I think.
well, I mean, anybody
That are
that serves
overseas and
their
stuff like
country
that, so.
in any way, law enforcement.
I'm just newly in. I'm just gliding.
right.
Just riding the wave, baby.
Which is what I would want if I joined. You're not gonna catch me on the fucking front lines over in Afghanistan right now. I'll tell you that.
Mm-mm. But
Any of us over there.
yeah, literally. Back to my original question though, or like original topic about traveling and stuff. Is there any destination, like what is your most favorite place in the world that you want to visit? Both of you guys. Because I've been thinking about this a lot. Like just in my free time, I'm like, where would I go if I were to go somewhere right now?
Are we containing this just to, like, the Earth?
Like, I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
We're not.
just to make
you
it
can't
simple.
you can't go to Pluto.
Because I wasn't going to go to Pluto, but if we could expand to Mars, that would be my option for various reasons. I don't really want to deep dive into that, but
I would definitely sign up to go to Mars if Elon Musk had people going to Mars.
I would, but like, okay, say we go there, we get there, and how long is it to get to Mars?
Dude,
Is
I
it
don't know,
6 months?
years.
Or is it like a year?
I don't know, man.
Well, regardless,
Let's see.
Say- say I get there. Now what? You know what I mean? Like now I'm just on a big fucking rock.
Then you look at rocks and dust and more rocks and some
So,
dust and some
7
ice.
Yeah, 7 years. Okay, I get there.
No, months. 7 months.
7 months. Yeah, 7 months. So I get there. I travel. I look around. I feel like it's all gonna look the exact same. And now I'm just fucking stuck on Mars. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but
I wouldn't want to be there for more than 4 days max.
so listen here. You go to Mars. Say you're the first guy there, right? Then when you get back, you know how much money you can make off of that? Brand deals. You can make your own candy bar called the Mars Bar 2. It's just something to think about. But if we're staying within Earth, mine would probably be Jackson, you go first. I'm kind of curious.
I don't.
There's so many places.
Aiden, you go first.
I think that my favorite place ever to go in the world would be New Zealand because, like, let's be honest, dude, there's no better fucking sights than New Zealand. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings, and I know that has a very
here we go.
very selective crowd, but the scenery in it is beautiful. Also, Ireland would be awesome, not because I'm Irish, just because of all the old castles and old architecture is really cool. But if I were to take a really, really, really like vacation-y trip, I would go to Bali. We already talked about Bali. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bali is like, if you are looking for a badass vacation for like on a budget, the most expensive part is to get there on the plane and get back. Like that's like a $2,000, maybe not even that expensive round
If
trip.
you plan it right, you can go there for $1,100. But once you're there, it's like $30 for a house, $2
It's so
$2 per meal.
Because the people that live there, there's only like a couple things to do. It's you work in a bar on the beach, you work in a rice field, or you work in a restaurant. Like that's it. Everything there is valued a lot like lower, and the U.S. dollar is valued really high. So you could live luxurious there for like $500 for like a week or two.
Do the women just throw themselves at you there? Or?
I mean,
Probably.
What's their ethnicity?
what would you say? I don't know. Let's see
Where
what
is this
ethnicity
located
Bali
in
is.
the world? I don't
Indonesia.
know. Indonesia?
Indonesia.
Indonesian.
Indonesia.
Yeah, it's like
So they're Indian.
They're Balinese people. They're
Bal-
Balinese.
Oh.
yes.
That's the proper term.
The only problem,
But it is Indonesian.
the biggest problem I have with that is, say you go there, it's $1,100 to go. It's like you're looking at a 56-hour flight.
56 hours.
Yeah, from like that's like the shortest because of like layovers and stuff.
Phew. So you're spending like 3 days,
To get there.
no,
And
2.5 days,
and
basically.
2.5 days, 3 days back.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I would
like,
probably
if
just
I'm going there for a few weeks to get that, get my time's worth back.
probably just keep it simple and just go to like London.
Oh,
Keep it
I
classy.
would definitely like to go to London, but I've just heard a lot of like London's just kind of like going downhill. Like people that live there, locals, like the experience, I guess, is not the same that it would have been like 20 years ago.
I don't know. I just got a bunch of friends in England, and I just feel like we just go bar hopping with the boys. I just think
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
It'd be great.
It'd be good for a trip for sure. I don't know if I could live there. Places in the world that I could live. I also want to go to Venice, Italy, just because of all the canals and stuff. That's sweet. Like imagine, hey, I'm gonna take the boat, go down and get a drink at a bar.
No, you look like you'd be wearing one of them hats too.
Yeah, one of the like the.
Oh, striped shirt
you
too.
be
Black and-
playing the
black and white
violin.
striped shirt on the back of the canoe, playing the fucking guitar, paddling two fucking strangers
Yeah.
in some water.
No, I see it now. You are a tourist tour
Step
Guide.
right up.
guide. That's the word
Tourist
I'm
guide.
looking for.
And on your left, you see buildings that you can't get to without a boat. And on your right, the same exact fucking thing.
No, they shot Spider-Man Far From Home at that place. Looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
It was an awesome movie, dude. I'm stoked for the new Spider-Man movie coming out. The Spider-Verse.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, dude. Honestly.
Have you? I just watched the trailer for the new Marvel movie. Have you seen that yet?
Eternals?
Of course you have.
Of course.
Which one? There's a bunch of Marvel stuff coming out. Is it Eternals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got any questions on that?
I
That's what I'm here for.
I just watched it once. I don't have any really right now.
I am not.
Are they making a lot? I feel like they're killing Avengers and like working that into like new audiences, or like taking small characters from Avengers and then making like movies off them.
Yeah. A big thing with Marvel right now is they got the rights to Fox, so they have the rights to Fantastic Four and the X-Men. So with what they're doing with the multiverse, you guys probably didn't watch the Loki show, and I don't know if this is boring stuff to you guys.
You
but
guys, you two are the Marvel guys. I've watched the movies, but I don't like dig in as deep as you guys. so.
basically they're just trying to expand the universe, and I think in a couple of years we'll have an Avengers 5. And,
with like X-Men and shit.
possibly.
Dude, that would be
I mean,
fire.
They already brought in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Honest to God, though, like, do you ever think about like some of the things, like Iron Man's suit in those movies? Do you ever think they're gonna have something like Iron Man's suit in real life, or like weapons that they use in those movies?
I mean, I hope so. I've been looking to get an Iron Man suit for 10
They
years.
they made the first lightsaber. Have you guys seen that? The first real lightsaber.
Well,
It's a plasma sword.
it's called.
Let me know when they got the Force up and running.
It looks like a steampunk kind of weapon. Like, here, let me show you
It's
a picture.
called a proto saber. It's people making, because it's basically impossible to make a real lightsaber with our technology. Like, we can have plasma.
This is it right here. This is it.
Yeah, so
And it
basically
actually cuts through shit, and very slowly. It's not that powerful.
what that is it's like a tungsten rod heated up with wires. Like, that's a big battery pack, and that just gets heated up.
Well, the way actually this one specifically, because I watched the video on it. So this device and this thing on his back, this collapses and extends, and it actually is no solid object. It's completely plasma.
Okay, yeah. So that one, I've watched all that guy's videos.
It's like
and
a
all the
big ass
lightsabers.
torch, kind of. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those welding things. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that.
How a flamethrower works is it's a little flame, and then it shoots out flammable liquid,
Yeah.
and that's just like a condensed
gas.
What's going on
flammable
over
liquid
there?
that goes up.
Man.
Logan's feeling his late lunch right now, almost dinner.
I'm starving. My dad's making fucking pizzas tonight. Ooh, ooh. With the pizza ovens.
Oh, with the pizza ovens.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to cook because we're gonna be moving out soon, and I'm not about to be living off fast food.
You know what I made last night?
Hmm.
Some chicken quesadillas and broccoli fried rice.
So simple, but sounds so elegant.
I know. I sent you a picture of it. Straight out of Taco Bell, I'm telling you.
That sounds gas, though. You gotta. Do you like hot sauce on stuff?
Yeah.
I have to have hot sauce. I went to Taco John's last night because Subway was closed, and it was like 1:30 in the morning. And I got this big ass 1 pound burrito, and it had like chicken, queso, and shit in it. But I was dousing that thing in hot sauce. Couldn't taste it at all. It was so pissed me off, dude. Like I couldn't see any of the actual burrito because it was just covered in hot sauce. Didn't like work at all. I need to feel spice. You know what I mean? When I'm eating that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but there's a fine line with me and hot food. Like, I get it if you're eating hot food because the flavor is good. But like when you hit like Carolina Reaper shit and ghost pepper, like that shit just doesn't taste good. It does not taste good.
No.
It just fucks you.
It just fucks
And it
you
fucks
up
your
really
asshole.
bad. Yeah. Oh yeah. When you take a shit later, it's gonna be bad. You're gonna be like wishing you didn't eat that shit. Every time I eat Takis, bruh.
Like, those are gas, but they're so hot. Like I can only have like 10,
Yeah.
and then I'm done.
You can't eat a whole bag of Takis ever.
You know what we should do? Should have like a game show sometime.
Game show?
Yeah, like I mean, you guys got the equipment for it. I'd love to do that. I could host
Like what kind of game are we talking about?
like a
Squid
trivia
Game?
Whoa.
Mafia. You can play a good game
Mafia.
of Mafia.
Ooh. Everyone sits around the table playing Mafia. Oh, here comes Phineas.
Oh,
Well, we're pretty much wrapped up, honestly. We're hitting our time spot. But yeah, we just want to bring another episode to you guys really quick this week because we were sick and we want to keep active and updated and all of that. We'll be doing some more cool things coming up soon. We have a couple things planned out for the future, but we just got to work through a couple little kinks and
Like
here
a
and
game
there.
show.
So,
yeah.
like a game show.
anything else you guys want to say before we end it?
That went really fast.
Yeah,
It did
we're
go really
at
fast.
we're at half an hour.
We're at half an hour.
We need to limit ourselves starting out.
Oh, I know.
Dogs.
And
That's
Phineas is
crazy.
gone. Hit one more thing before we end this episode. Your dog literally will be halfway across, a mile away.
Mhm.
Jackson will fly his drone up in the air and find Finn, and then watch Phineas's dumbass head look up and go, "Oh shit!" And when he sees the drone, he'll haul ass back to Jackson's house every time. Somehow he'll make it, no matter where he's at. He'll always make his way back here.
Yeah, well, the last time I did that, my phone died halfway through.
Oh right, and
And
your drone was stuck all the way up.
My drone was stuck like 400 feet in the air, like a mile, like half a mile away, and I was fucked because my phone was at 1, and when I plug it into my controller, the controller charges my phone, so that shouldn't happen.
Right.
But my phone was using more battery than it was getting in, and so it would just turn on and die, turn on and die, turn on and die.
That would piss me off. And it was stuck up in the sky too, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and like I can like hit a button and then it'll come back where I left it off. But for some reason, I can be 20 feet away and have it, and then tell it to come home. It'll feel obligated to go up 20,000 feet first,
Before.
and then come back down.
I don't know why. It's got to be a safety thing so it doesn't hit anything or something.
Well, like
I
when
don't
my
know.
phone died, it was at like 45 feet in the air, and then when I got it back and saw where it was pushing 850 feet.
Right.
Like, bro, I was looking at it.
Yeah, exactly. But back to wrap.
Can I do the outro?
Of course you can do the outro.
Okay. Whenever you're done.
No, I was just gonna
Nope.
say we're planning on switching our studio space up in a couple of months. It's kind of exciting. That's all I'm gonna say about that though. So everything else will be a surprise. But continue. Go
Little
ahead. DM.
tease, huh?
Little tease.
Thank you for watching. If you want to stay for the after hours show, we'll get in the naughty side of things. That's going to be with me and Logan. I think that's it.
And that's it. End the
Nice,
video.
nice plug outro.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, like. Go ahead and check out all of our social medias. Links are in the description, and we'll see you next Thursday.